Hello YouTube, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. My name is Amanda. Some people call me AJ. I am a Canadian lifetime natural wellness bodybuilder. I am a full-time online natural bodybuilding and lifestyle coach.
Number 205, Amanda.
Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. It is so crazy how much I feel I've been able to film and have been inspired to film while in my off season. Last year it felt like a chore, whereas this year I feel though I'm enjoying it a lot more. And that's such a good feeling. That is only possible because honestly the amount of support, the amount of love that y'all give me in my videos, even just those few people who get really excited when I post. I get a comment that says like I was waiting for this, or when people comment I clicked so fast. Those kinds of things make me feel so good inside. Somebody here is watching, and there are people out there that are listening to whatever craziness I talk about and enjoy the monotony of my life. I had a few experiences, I would say in the last year, that have really brought to light for me the fact that people are watching this, and that is so incredibly crazy. I was talking to my boyfriend last night, showed my Instagram profile to someone he knows, and that person that he knows had like a random mutual follower with them, and then the friend went and asked that random mutual follower, hey, how do you know Amanda? And the girl literally said, I watch her on YouTube. And mind you, these people are from Arizona. I am from Toronto, Ontario. That is so crazy to me. Thank you so much for watching these videos. If you are subscribed to the channel, if you leave me a comment, in whatever realm you show your support and love for the fact that I make these videos and share the intricacies of my life, seriously, just thank you. I don't really know how the ramble of the beginning of the video started there. I had no intentions when I picked up the camera other than I'm just gonna do a little vloggy vlog. Hi, let's hang out. Welcome to the vlog. My morning is a typical Amanda morning, which basically means I woke up and I went for a walk. Just finished doing some of my journaling. I put together a coffee now, and we will put our first meal on the stove. Today's schedule is a little bit hectic. It looks like this. Training, leg day, obviously. One of my online girls is coming in for an in-person training session. I do offer in-person training, but it's really not the main thing that I do. For anyone who's somewhat new, I used to do personal training full-time. It just really burnt me out, and I found that the less in-person training I do, better I am at being a bodybuilding and lifestyle coach. I still do like to offer in-person sessions for my girls, especially my online girls, whenever they need a little kick in the ass, or if there's just some things that we've been going over virtually for so long now that maybe just aren't resonating. It can be really helpful for me to bring them in person. I will come home to do the plethora of check-ins that I receive on my Thursdays, and tonight I am scheduled to pick up a shift at the restaurant that I work at part-time. I think it's really cool when I tell somebody that I do that, or when I tell somebody that I have a boyfriend and people say things like, oh my god, how didn't I know that? There's nothing about my life that's a secret. Not trying to hide anything. There's nothing sketchy going on. There's just some things that are not fully public information in your face. At the end of the day, I am a business owner. All of my girls will tell you that I'm pretty lax. I like to laugh with them, but at the foundation of it all, I am still a professional, and so I do attempt to behave as such professional. Yeah, sometimes you're not gonna see all the tiny private details of my life, but nothing's a secret. Calories are up, weight is up. We are in off season. I will talk in this video how I'm feeling about my current physique, but we won't break down meals bit by bit. That is mostly because here's the thing. Anytime my food goes up, or in a prep setting when my food significantly drops down, the food choices, they don't change. They stay the same. Only thing that changes is the quantities of said food. I'm eating protein, I'm eating carbs, I'm eating fats, but when the goal is to grow, I eat a little bit more, and when the goal is to diet and get lean, I eat a little bit less. Actually, in a prep setting, food choices do often change, but in the off season, food choices pretty much stay the exact same. Okay, you guys know that this is not the place to come if you're looking for fashion advice. I'll show you a quick outfit of the day. If I haven't disclosed it recently, I don't really sweat much. So if I'm going to the gym to train, also to train clients, to do stuff like that, I don't need to bring multiple outfits. That is some next level privilege. Yeah, I'm not a sweaty girl. This will be my outfit all day long. The Forever Fitness Snatched Tee, material wise. If Wonder Under and Align had a baby, the way that it's sweat wicking and feels like athletic wear thicker, but it's still really soft and it doesn't pill. I debated so many times getting the Align t-shirt like this, but I never did it because I know that they pill. This girl, I've been wearing it, I've been washing it, she isn't unpilled. I'd be rolling around on the turf like this, no problem, still no pilling. Oh, actually, we are decked out in Forever Fitness because I also have on the loose leg jogger. I don't know how good you guys can see the outfit. Of course, we have the infamous TNA Aritzia socks. If you are not on the wave of these socks, they are actually the best. I got a bunch that are in black so that I can wear them on leg day. My favorite shorts right now, just because of the way that they're fitting my off-season body, is the HD cross front booty scrunch short. If you are not aware, Forever Fitness is a small business owned by one of my really good girlfriends. She's a local Toronto girly. Her brand is such a good and wholesome spot. You not only want to purchase from a brand, but also I would say that Forever Fitness specifically is such a community, and I feel like there's just so wholesome that even if you just shoot them a follow on Instagram, join the little community of inclusive girlies. We love it. And if you did want to make a purchase, I do have a discount code. It is AJLifts with 2 S's, and I do make a small commission if you use that code. That is your outfit. I'm gonna put on my giant winter coat. It is disgustingly cold up here where I am, and we are gonna go to hit some legs. Slay. I guess this would be a fun time also to tell you about how much I'm loving my intra carb. Not only are intra carbs so good if you're in a specific growth phase and you're trying to increase calories without pushing food, but also I love a sweet drink. If you haven't yet tried intra carb and you feel like adding those into your program, or your coach has carb in your program, the pineapple flavor is gas. I told myself I was gonna try the peach. Did not try the peach. I'm committed to the pineapple. A girl likes what she likes, okay? Wow. That was a wickedly good training session. We love a Throw Up Thursday. If you participate in Throw Up Thursday, leave a comment down below. Hashtag Throw Up Thursday. Part of the theme of this video is me talking about how it feels and what it's like to have the opposite goal of prep. In prep, the goal is to be, losing as much body fat as possible while maintaining our muscle mass. Whereas in our off season, the goal is to just build. And in order to build, you require some essential level body fat. And because of that body fat, and because of that added muscle mass, and with training intensity being so incredibly high, there's inflammation. A combination of all of those things do cause the scale to move upwards and impact the way that we mentally imagine ourselves to look, whereas the greater population coins the term body dysmorphia. I thought the most accurate way for you guys to see just where my off-season physique is looking like right now, I have about 8.5 weeks left of my build. I would just do some raw, uncut posing for y'all. So let's do it.
Who knew I would make it this far? They hated, they never believe me. Yeah, I would never drop the ball. I know I make it look easy. Yeah, Mayweather with the defense. I don't care what a critic gotta say. I got them picking up the pieces. That mean you really playing with your life. I'm about to come and run it all back. I'm the new era, about to snap back. You ain't fitting for it, cause you all cap like. Hold up, I shoot my shot. Wait, hold up. I'm really about to run this go up. You know it's all net when it go up. Ain't got no other plans, you don't need to understand. Ay, we on overtime, you don't need to understand. Ay, you just show them how to do it when you don't know what to say. Tell me how you plan to win if you plan to play the same. Moving fast, already gone, yeah, but you bringing me back. Try to double cross me, dog, just let me relax. Stop assuming what we doing. Keep it moving, what we doing. Cause it can get right. Cause it can get please don't play no games with me. I promise I'm too much. I can never let up even if you.
Good morning, y'all. I'm so sorry. I had way too much to do yesterday to continue vlogging. And just for the sake of efficiency, I decided to focus on the things that I had to do. I swear y'all didn't miss anything. I did all my client check-ins yesterday and then I went to work a shift at the bar. I would say there are some major pros to working at the restaurant. First one, and the one that stands most prominent, is the fact that I go there and I interact with other human beings. As I'm alone literally all the time, night and day. And yes, I go to the gym and I say hi to some people at the gym, but other than that, I have zero social interaction. Believe me, the elevator conversations I have, they're not good. It is really beneficial that I go and I work those shifts, get out of the house and talk to people. It's not even as much about talking to the guests or the clients, but having the camaraderie with my coworkers is super good for my mental health. That's why I decided to keep doing it. And sometimes if my mental health is feeling even more shaky, I'll pick up even even more shifts. That is a tough thing when it comes to coaching. Even though I have set work hours, like I don't work after 6 p.m., still, when people message me, I feel the immediate pressure to make sure that I respond right away. I think that's just part of having a small business. It's really hard to draw boundaries for yourself, to take rest or to take breaks when you're working, because you're your own boss. You are the owner of everything you do. You are the person who has to hold yourself accountable to get things done. Yeah, it does suck sometimes when I get a bunch of messages while I am there, and obviously I feel the immediate pressure that I need to respond right away. I worry that if I don't, people are going to think I'm ignoring them, but I'm not ignoring them. I'm just working. I worry that people might not think that my coaching is my priority because I continue to pick up shifts at the restaurant. At the end of the day, your girl's got to maintain her mental health somehow. If you've ever served and or bartended, you know that the money doesn't hurt either. I just came back from my morning walk, put together my green strength with my creatine. I'm currently reading a book by Mark Manson right now. You guys can read the title. Going over this really cool concept that I wanted to try to break down and share. I tried my best to put it into simple terms. Pain is inevitable. Pain is something that we try so deeply and so harshly to avoid, but pain shapes our values and our understanding. When we are young, our parents let us experience some pain because they knew that that is how we develop our anti-fragility. Anti-fragility is so incredibly important. That is an experience for growth. It is a trigger for growth. And that's the thing about pain. We experience pain, but we grow from pain. The psychological growth that we experience from pain shapes us to become who we are. That's pretty cool. Those are just the notes that I wrote. And a little something I thought I would share in case you are interested in reading this book. This lighting is really good for the notes. Makes me look tanned also. I'm going to journal, get a crack on client check-in. Then we are going to make a pre-workout meal. So we're going to train some shoulders today. Oh yeah, that's going to be good. I was talking to one of my lifestyle clients and she was telling me about how she had just tried the raspberry lemonade Intra HD. It brings up such a valid point that I don't know if I've ever made on this channel. I genuinely think this is the only really good flavor of Intra. Watermelon is good. It's like candy in my opinion. The grapefruit, oh my gosh, it is just doing way too much. I was talking to someone like early last year and he was obsessed with the grapefruit one. He also made a point that he just really loves grapefruit. And I also like grapefruit, but I don't think I ride or die grapefruit like that. The way that it is so strong. Truthfully, it's not a good option for me. We're just getting ready to go and train. My pre-workout meal is the usual oats and egg whites with some banana. So celebrating Ukrainian Christmas later this evening, off meal day. And tomorrow is legs. So it's like post shoulders, 3 legs, had legs yesterday, off meal tonight. It's the perfect little dynamic because I am off season and because I'm already in such a significant caloric surplus. I know that I'm going to do a bigger off meal. I will replace my off meal with 2 meals or I will pull carbs or fats elsewhere out of my day. I know that my grandma's cooking tonight is going to be higher carb and higher fat. I usually bring my scale when I do a home cooked meal. I weigh out whatever my protein is, pulling back on some of the carbs and my fats from all of my meals today, so that when I do my off meal later, obviously I'm not going to be a dick. I'm not going to eat until I can't move. I know that it's going to be higher calorie. Basically what I'm just saying here is that I'm pulling some carbs and some fats out of other meals and areas in my day so that when I do my off meal, it basically balances itself out, if that makes sense. Back to what I was trying to say, because I'm in a caloric surplus already, I don't need to be in an even more caloric surplus after my off meal. End of the day, goal here is to get thick because we want to build muscle, right? I want to be a thick girl full of muscle. I don't want to be a thick girl full of body fat. So still being responsible around our off meals. This is your sign. You're responsible with your off meal. Truthfully, that off meal is in there to give you the psychological support of having that comfortable meal. It is not in there for you to stuff yourself dirty. And I say that out of love. I swear to you, I say that out of love. I'm going to be using my camera to film some content for more like Instagram reel style stuff, which means everything will be filmed this way. So we're not going to have a training session in this week's video. Come back from training, I will sit down and I will talk a little bit about body image, body dysmorphia, and how I'm feeling about my body right now. She's a growing girl. It's different. That was a nice training session. There's a girl that I follow on Instagram. Her name's Sam. She did a standing ab wheel rollout and she tagged me saying I should try it. And I messaged her. I was like, yeah, girl, there's no freaking way. Anyways, I decided to try it and it was an absolute fail. and laugh at me, and just know that just because somebody is an expert in a field or is well experienced in their field doesn't mean that we know everything or we do everything perfectly. And it is okay to embrace challenge, and it is okay to embrace a quote unquote failure. Those are the things that make us grow. Let's talk a little bit about body image and how I'm feeling in regards to my body. Obviously, since beginning my off season, I've put on about 10-ish pounds. I fluctuate anywhere between maybe like 141 to 143 right now. It can be such a confusing time, even as a bodybuilder, to see the scale go up, even though it is part of the routine. This is not the first time I've done a building season. This is now my third or fourth time doing a building season, and even then when I see that scale jump, it still sparks a little bit of fear, for a lack of a better word. And I guess it's because when you're preparing for stage, your goal is to get your body weight down, to specifically get your body fat down, and you're used to feeling like having a lower weight is a reward. And in general, in our society, losing weight is some kind of reward. And don't get me wrong, absolutely it is something to praise, especially if your goal is to reduce body weight or to reduce body fat. Seeing the scale go down is a winning metric. But what I'm getting at here is that is why it can feel so strange to see it go back up. In this specific regard, it is very positive weight. It is a good thing that I'm putting on pounds. That means that I'm building muscle, and muscle has weight. Now, clients a lot of the time get really confused when they compositionally look really different, but their body weight maybe stays the same. The truth of the matter is, a pound of fat and a pound of muscle are both a pound. The fact that something has a pound of weight does not change anything else. It can change how much space it takes up. So imagine a pound of fat looks like this, or a pound of fat is like a bag of feathers, and a pound of muscle is a bag of rocks. Both are a pound, but one takes up a lot more volume in that bag than the other. Anyways, I guess I don't really know what I'm getting at here. It sounds like I'm just avoiding talking about myself and how I'm really feeling. I would say that I actually feel quite good in my skin for the most part. I have noticed there have been some times where I've said things that aren't really nice to my body. Something along the lines of, I look like a whale, I feel like a whale, and there's no denying that is how I feel sometimes. Regardless, it's not kind for me to say those words to myself or to my body. I wanted to share this message because I'd like to start holding myself accountable to speaking more kindly about my body. This is the body that fuels my training, lets me eat, sleep, breathe, work, love, hug, kiss, laugh. And who am I to think that it is deserving of anything different just because of a few extra pounds on the scale? Whatever happens on that scale, whatever silly little number that it shows you, it does not change who you are as a human. There was an activity that I did. I first started my reverse this year, and I've taught it to a couple of my clients. It's proven to be very helpful, and I'd like to share it with all of you now. I shared it before, but it's been a couple of months. Before you step on the scale, take note of how you feel about yourself emotionally, mentally, physically. Get on the scale. Right now, pay attention. How do you feel emotionally, mentally, and physically? Do you feel different? Do you? Observe that. And then remind yourself how you felt about yourself before you knew that one number. At the end of the day, you are a lot more valuable than whatever number your body weighs on a freaking scale. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. As always, I cannot believe that you watched this video. If you've made it this far, leave me a comment down below. I love you all so very much. I am currently accepting both natural bodybuilding and lifestyle clients, so if you are interested in working with me, feel free to apply using the link below or shoot me a DM on Instagram, and I will talk to you all very, very soon. Goodbye.